Hello, and how are you? Me, I'm okay. I'm better than okay. I'm great. Um, Paid all my bills. Things are looking great. It's going to be a good Christmas. Um, Hells yes. I'm going to go to town and get re-up on all my gear because I'm not running low on the more potent shit. I'm actually running low on the weaker shit, which is like a first for me. Usually by now I'm smoking on my shake and nice. Got some roaches. Cool. I can fire one of these up for too long. We'll put it in the bowl and smoke it with some heavier shit. But it's starting to like fucking. I haven't been smoking at all like that much the last couple of days, and better on the lungs, you know. I'd like to find some way to do it, you know, that's just not so rough on the lungs. I don't like coughing that much, you know. The hash is always nice and smooth, so I'm hoping to get some hash today. I don't know if they'll actually have it. They usually don't, you know, especially not the indica. And I don't really want the sativa because it just after a while, like I said, it just starts messing my stomach and making me feel just really weird. Um, so yeah, I'd much rather some indica. But yeah, just been watching the news and watching the world go by, you know, and watching it all actually unwind and shit. It's fucking crazy. And what's even more crazy is the con job that America's pulling right now. They have to be fucking like gobsmacked because where this is 70, they probably realizing they made the people too docile. That was their thing, is to breed in docility, passiveness. And if you can't breed that in, then to have the reinforcement of that norm be the people around. Try to understand that whatever life is, that's normal. There's different things that you can tolerate and things you don't like and don't like about life at all points in time, of all the different government styles and everything. The thing that sucks about governments is the detachment. Even your local government. What is the point of government? We have it, but what is the point of it? And that's the part that no one can really agree on. Because we had a Bill of Rights, but we never had a Bill of Governmental Responsibilities, did we? Huh? We were so focused on what we would get out of the government and how to stop the government from being human. If we guys can be run by humans, we tend to say things like the government. Never mind that the government is a bunch of humans. The police. Drug dealers. And that we can just kind of lump soldiers. Things like that you can just quickly lump together and to different places you like. Government, bad. You know what I mean? Government, good. Depending on what side you feel like throwing. The truth about our government that we currently have is that they don't really have a purpose. None. Because the truth of America that no one wants to admit is that it's so disgusting that it couldn't have a government. We would never yield to a government? Are you kidding? Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Look at the populations that are saying fuck the police. Look at the number of people that like to go on a car chase. Whether they feel like the cops are going to kill them legitimately because you're African American in this country and you're being pulled over for any reason. And you may not live because the sentence for being black in America and committing a crime is death. Breaking into a house, death. Rape, death. Stealing food, death. Driving too fast, death. Selling drugs, death. White, selling drugs, don't want to ruin their future. Got a bright future ahead. Rape, let's make him fucking president. Make him a Supreme Court justice. Oh, what? Come on. That was years ago, boys will be boys. Armed guy in the fucking store. Sir, put the gun down. Armed black in the store. Sir, put the gun down. Pow! I was scared. He turned towards me. You know, you said, sir, put the gun down. He was like, what? And that quickly you decided he deserved to die? You didn't try to shoot his hand. You didn't try to, like, talk him down. You didn't, it's a pistol. Or depending on what they've got. But does it have the extra black bullets that are extra damning, like if they fired in your direction, it'll kill all white people? What are you so afraid of? Usually people are afraid, and I've seen it change. When they realize they're wrong. Because our movies, our stories, the good guy wins and the bad guy loses. That is the consensus of the people, that what we want to happen. As the Bible says, Lord, why are the wicked allowed to prosper? So apparently it's been an ongoing problem. To people like Donald Trump, that means they're a fucking winner. Because they fuck this person over, nothing happens. Fuck that person over, nothing happens. Back and forth. Take me to court. We'll jam you up in court because I've got all this money. I've got a lawyer on retainer. This $100,000 you're suing me for will end costing you $1 million by the time we're done with you. Then appealing it, then appealing it, then appealing it if we lose. It becomes less and less worth it. All this for $100,000? Go away. If the current regime were black, I guarantee you every white American would know exactly what to do with them. You wouldn't be like, what do we do? The Constitution has no, it doesn't have any checks and balances for some guy goes, no, I'm white. No. But you have to, the Constitution says. No. What now? I don't know. The Constitution, if you won't, there's nothing for if you won't. Yeah. So we gotta let him? There's nothing in the Constitution that fucking says we won't. The thing is, they want you to believe in America for a little bit longer. You gotta change your tide of thinking so that America's the good guy, so that whatever comes down the pipe, you're on board for. Sorry, crypto bros, but you've been guinea pigging your own demise. And they're just about done. They needed a currency. Like I said, they needed to test crypto. The blockchain is definitely going to be your undoing. It'll track everywhere it's been. Therefore, when you try and do anything, no. They'll be able to track the accounts that that cryptocurrency has been through, including yours. And if it hits a drug dealer along the route, or from you to a drug dealer, you see what Keg's Breath wants to do. Now, they won't be that extreme because they need to turn people's adoration of Trump into revulsion, because their revulsion by what Trump represents would be like that gluttony, that greed, the rich, whatever, and so you'll settle for a smaller living. You'll settle for smaller parameters around your freedom. You'll be in dire straits, so you'll settle for this new currency, which would be tied into your... So it'd be so easy to work on. You'd be able to control your car. You'd be able to turn the lights on. You'd be able to fucking do this. You'd be able to order a pizza. Because your fucking dildo is now goddamn synced to the net. Oh, you didn't know it was, but it is. You don't have to know or think that this thing's connected. It's getting so small now that you can bet it's connected. If it has internet access, it's been connected. It's only in your mind that you've had this net neutrality or assumption of privacy. No, it's the Wild West. They even said so. You think they couldn't pass laws by now? It's been 30 years. It's such a new thing. It's a whole new experience. No, it's not. They like the lawlessness of it because it lets the lawmakers act lawless, just like you. When they justify it by, we've got to catch the, it's cat and mouse. And you guys are doing your little bullshit crypto type things, and you're doing your shit and your side things, and you're how am I supposed to stop you from committing crime when you guys are so fucking good at it? So I got to get good at crime to stop you from being good at crime, because I don't even know why we started this anymore. I live in D.C. and you're in California. I have no idea. I have no idea why I care if you fucking take heroin, if you fucking... I understand if, you're breaking into places, but why can't we, there's only this option and this option. Sobriety and drug use. There's no, we can't accept that some people might use that. Again, we're trying to save everyone. The hospital's trying to save everyone so everybody lives forever. We figured out that humans can live for 200 years. And then what? You fucking die. But only after a much longer time, with much more attachment to this place. The longer you're here, the more attachment you have to this earth. Right? Because you've gathered more and more things. You've gathered more and more stuff. The richer you are, you've gathered more and more stuff to you, and now you're... this is heaven. I have everything. I have someone right here. I have someone over there. I am that great. Are we that great? Well, let's find out, people believe in my greatness versus believe in yours. Because their greatness is only public opinion. The Charlie Kirk method. You're not trying to defeat the person in front of you. You're trying to win the people back there. A lot more people to be had out there. The public. And even if it only reaches to 1 or 2 people, you got them for life because you're saying the things they want to hear. Even if it's completely wrong. I knew it. I fucking knew it. You don't know what Charlie Kirk... Yeah, I know what he meant to you guys. That was a very easily picked apart ploy of his entire being. the worst part about what's happening with America is how easily we're broken from within. In the end, that's what we're going to find. It didn't come from outside. It didn't come from an external source. It didn't come from whatever. Right here. The power of some people's belief broke this whole fucking thing. They believed Donald Trump. They believed in the Constitution. They believed in the dollar. They believed in America. None of those things will get you food. None of those things will provide you water. None of those things will provide you sex, reproduction, land. Nothing. What is the government and the last thing government's provided for you? That check during COVID? A warp-speeded fucking vaccine that may not be ready because the people insisted on getting back to the way things were because half of the population didn't believe it was even happening. Then they come with the vaccine, and then what you believed, what people believed about the vaccine, about the thing, just carries on into the fucking vaccine. The vaccine's a microchip. They don't have to microchip you. You got a tracking device. Right now, they're trying to fucking bust them for murder. They often go straight for the Fitbit and the phone to back your story. Were you in those places you said you were? Did you fall asleep? No, it says your watch is on your wrist and you were walking at midnight. Well, they need to chip you. You guys are competing for the best chip you can get. Thousands of dollars for your chipping, you know? Pleasure and accessories. I gotta get a chip for my chip. And I got a chip tablet that carries the fucking chip. And they're all linked together with my home chip, which is attached to my fucking TV so they know my fucking mating habits, they know fucking everything. But I got a firewall. I got a VPN. They can't see me. Is it your VPN? Because if not, the VPN can see you and fucking sell your information to whoever they want to, can't they? Most of the things you guys do to think you're safe are just like fucking... They can't see me! This is so good. I'm so glad the guy sold me the security device. Hey, John, you can't see me either? I know it works! The illusion of safety, the illusion of peace, the illusion of Daddy, government cares. This is not right. This is not what the government was set up to do. That's the Native Americans. That's the African slaves. That's the people who used to live in Mexico and Tejas. They'll even probably admit they won. Remember the Alamo. We were the big bad conquerors. Conquerors? Is that what you call it? They came back and took it? Or would you call the army? Take it back again. Because you're a bitch. Yeah, you call the army. Because you're a bitch. Daddy Trump, come. They're here, though. But they're in my yard and stuff. It's not fair. We stole it fair and square. It's not fair. It's ours. But what's with the people? We stole it. Long time ago. You don't even have a right to claim it anymore. You're lucky we didn't introduce you to our God. Even though you do it all wrong. If you're doing it right, you'd be dominus, ominous, touching little boys, and then letting it be fine. Let's not forget, it's not like fucking pedophilia just started in America. It didn't just start. It didn't just get rampant. Your eyes just got opened a bit more because they finally care. Did it touch home? Did it someone you know? What made you guys start fucking caring? Because you didn't care in 2007 when he was busted. You didn't care like in 90 something when they found out. I mean, just didn't care. Oh, Donald with his shady dealings and, you know, hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. Boys will be boys. They were just friends. They were just really fucking close friends and sold each other depreciated women and things like that. You know, joking stuff, you know? Pete Hegseth is basically what happens when you get a 12-year-old and set him at the controls of an actual military thing. Like, yeah. He has that look of someone who wants to be in the military, but couldn't be in it. Probably for being an absolute dick. An unmeasured, uncouth piece of shit. War is about killing people. What is a war crime? So I can kill a guy, but I can't, like when he's dead, just like start dancing around him, stabbing him with a knife? What difference does it make? He's dead. Am I right, guys? Why are you guys looking at me like that, like I'm sick? Because you're the guy in Vietnam cutting off fingers and shit. I'm not collecting dog tags of generals. You're like collecting ears. What, man? We killed him, right? You got it. Back in the day, they would eat their heart. Of like a deer? Yes. Human? Maybe. I don't think there was ever warfare on this level like we've made. Especially since Pete Hegseth can stay at home and feel like a warrior ethos giant. Until the public opinion sways and like, oh, I back behind anything that add. I guarantee they probably thought this was going to be the thing that turns the people around and they're going to really get on your side now. Because they're psychopaths. They're insane and they're crazy people. What it means by making America great. Remember back when you could just say a black guy did it? They didn't fuck with you at all, man. It was great. Remember that lady? She drowned her kids and said that her car was carjacked and she, you know, and she doesn't know where her kids are. Turns out she drove them into the lake and then swam away and then said she was carjacked by black people, and then that was just good enough for everybody. How many times was that excuse used? So much so that as soon as you see a black person in America, immediately they start going, oh no, covering wallets and things like that. Not like, you know, I mean, it's one thing if you see like 5 guys get on the fucking elevator with you and they've all got briefcase and pinstripe suits and like, yeah, see, and talking like that, and you're like, oh fuck, I think I'm about to be in the middle of a hit. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like 20 fucking guys show up and go, yo, and then they got fucking, no, just a dude. Hey, how's it going? Good. And you? I loved Roots. Not in there like I want to see people. It was a good movie. It was a good show. Martin Lawrence, he's a funny guy. I love him. Yeah. Do you know them? Or do I know Roots? I'm sorry, I don't know how to act right now. I've never been around one of you. I'd like to go on and do like some nice calm stuff and talk about music and whatever, but it just seems like I said, there's more pressing things to talk about right now in this current timeline that we're existing in. I believe it's going away. I mean, it's going exactly like the Bible says, which is, not to be like, oh, wow, that's impressive, more surprising. It's just, if that's going the way it's going, then I'm like, okay, cool, then I see where we're at in this thing, but where's the dragon slow at this last little bit? Really? Not releasing the Epstein files wasn't enough for you guys? You're out in the streets with no kings. Is child pedophilia not as important to you to get active? And probably not. It doesn't have to do with you. You're not a child and you don't want kings. For not letting that pedophilia thing go, you guys, I mean, you're not, the news and everybody is not going, yes, but what about the Epstein files? No, it's not going away for you. Right, bombing people and think, what about the Epstein files? When are you going to release those? Right, but you said that, and I would just stay on the fucker. At least somebody, at least one person. I would forego all my fucking questions about goddamn strafing in the fucking Caribbean. Seriously, it's fucked up and we know it, and par for the course. No due process. You don't know they're drug dealers. I said that the day I was like, this is not a happy day. They didn't process. There's no telling if those people were drug dealers or just fishermen. International waters. In other words, there's no crime, right? Whether you strike them or not, because they're stupid. They don't understand how things work. War crime covers war crime. Murder covers murder, especially when you're on film. Especially when you're bragging about it on the news. Because the monster that's being born, it's already been, but I mean, America as it was is nothing compared to what America as it will be is going to be if it's allowed to keep going. It's just the birthplace of so much fucking horrid shit. I gotta wonder what the other countries thought. As it's like 13 colonies, just, I guess they couldn't see it, and I mean, it's like or they didn't care either. That someone else lived here. Because they didn't have stone walls or whatever the fuck qualifies you to be actually worthy of paying attention to and not just slaughtering. They didn't have it. People like Donald Trump didn't figure they're worth anything. Human beings. It's the reason they don't talk about it very much, because the American genocide of the Native Americans was far worse than anything that Hitler did. And it remains on the books as not even being it's this eventuality that had to happen. Yeah. It had to happen because we need America in the world for we want it. There it goes. There it is right there. We want it. We don't need it. We want it. And so we'll do whatever we want to get it. And fuck you. Fuck your God. Fuck your beliefs. Fuck your everything about it. We're coming. We're America. We're here. And this is the way of the future. People that are fighting now to get it, like, you're still trying to fight to get America back, and America covered for Jeffrey Epstein for the last, how long? 2007 to 2025, and still covering up people. He didn't have money, so he fell in with people that did. So this is obviously going on. But like, you're the guy to get this thing doing. Whether he's just doing eyes wide shut parties, whatever the fuck he was doing. Been doing it for a while. And more than likely the rich and powerful have been doing it the whole goddamn time. But people are too busy kissing their ass. Trying to be Standard Oil. Trying to have that much money. Trying to have as much money as Donald Trump claims he has. As much money as Bezos. And they're just wishing because they're thinking what they would do with that kind of money. But you're thinking about what you'd do with it if you had that money today. From who you are yesterday, and you wake up today, and there's 150 billion in your bank account. Oh man, I do this. There'd be no home. But if you had to stack those dollar bills yourself, 1,000, 4,000, 30,000, 5 million, 100, 1 billion. And you've got plans for that, of what you want to do with that money to make the world a better place than what you think the world should be. In your own psychotic, fucked up world, because we're all sitting there going, if everybody just listened to me. But the thing is, if everybody listens to one set of rules, there will, of course, be happiness. They could be the most horrific rules in the world, but everybody agrees that this is what's fair. So yes, if everybody, you're right, if everyone listened to you, it would all work. However, if everyone did my plan, one has to listen to me. You have to listen to yourself and live in a new structure, a new system. You know why the people are lazy and don't want to work and shit? Because there's no incentive to it. Oh, you're lazy, you don't want to work. Maybe you weren't paying minimum wage. Like, I go bust my ass fucking 7 days for your shitty company. You get shitty rich, and I just get fucking my bills paid. So no, I don't want to work there. If you give me something I could be proud of and happy, like, yeah, I do this, and I do it very well, and I make my money, and I'm just about to get a new car. Not one every year, or anything like that, but it's been 5-6 years since I got a new car. I'm going to trade this one in. I'm not going to just stack cars. I'm going to get a new car that works better. I have a TV. You know, I've got a nice, very nice life. Very comfortable life. And I'm happy to do this. If that tells you anything in corporate America, that's how far you've shit on us. You don't even give us that. Meanwhile, acting like you're giving us that. If you work in a job and then you still have to go get goddamn food stamps. Walmart. Which, you know what? They know they're going to make that money from those food stamps. Because they're the cheapest place. Employee discount. And you go get food. But you got to stockpile food. Like everybody else does, because it's just the natural thing to do. Is get food and get frozen goods and get lettuce and tomato. And where else are you going to get it? Another store, right? Costs more, right? No. Especially if you're not making enough money, you can try and make that shit stretch as far as possible. So it used to be you turn around and dump your check. But you're going to do that anyways with things you need, like non-food stuff. So we can get all your paycheck back, or most of it back. You think they haven't looked into housing? Oh, I guarantee they've looked into fucking housing. They probably already have. As big as Walmart is, they probably own several apartment complexes. There's almost always an apartment complex right nearby the Walmart, too. They don't have to announce to you that they own it, do they? Yeah. The Tradewind apartments, the so-and-so apartments, the such-and-such apartments. And the super, that's who you deal with. You deal with the person that handles all the... They're just the person down in the office. They're not the person that owns the place. They own that fucking office? No. But everybody doesn't understand how things work. And so you walk into Walmart chewing ass of the cashier because your fucking bicycle broke. That's not even the owner of the Walmart's fucking ball. That's the person who sold the fucking company. You know what I mean? That's who you need to be chewing ass to. You sold it. I get that. But did you have to buy the least expensive bike on the market? No. You chose that. Did you have to get the least expensive? No. You chose that. But it's just like with natural disasters and stuff. People want someone to blame. But you won't nut up and blame God. As He does all this to us, all the time. But you're afraid to say that. And you know why. So you look for someone nearby to shit on. Why is life so flimsy that a car wreck can kill my daughter? I don't know. I'll never see my way again. You don't believe in the afterlife? Yes, I do, but you're going for hell for sure. What if your kid was a fuckhead and I just ensured them going to heaven? You really know your people as everything you do? Not really. I think you do, but you don't. Because up here is still yours at all times. I'm talking about in prison, like, oh, you just got to go up here and be, your mind is free, even though your body's, yeah. In other words, power of positive thinking or some kind of shit. Yeah, I mean, it's 9:34, cool. I was going to go to town at 9:30 and go get my pot and shit, but I had to get there 9:30, then be back here by 12:30 for a doctor's appointment, just a checkup, and yeah, I missed the last two appointments because like the first one, I it's on a Wednesday, and I didn't realize like Friday that I had the appointment. I went to like go mark days off my calendar, and I was like, oh fuck. I didn't put it on the calendar. I'm like, I think I had an appointment. And I was like, let me call and find out. And they're like, yeah, that was Wednesday. I'm like, can we schedule me? Like, yeah, we'll get you on a Monday. And I'm like, okay, cool, Monday. The weekend came. When Monday came, it was like Tuesday. I'm like, okay, I was getting dressed, go. I'm like, all right, man. So make sure it's not till tomorrow. That was yesterday. Fuck! All right. Rescheduled again. I got a letter in the mail. It was like, you missed 2 appointments. If you miss again without like, proper notification, you might be no longer a patient. Like, I know. I fucked up. I fucked up. I put it twice. I get that. I try to get like an appointment reminder because fuck. Holy shit! Come on. You think I'm sitting here trying to decipher a black hole? Oh yeah, I've got a doctor appointment tomorrow. We're all fucking eternal beings of light and energy that are going to be here forever, so it doesn't really matter if I die or anything, but my insurance might stock me $20 if I don't. Fuck your money, man. I don't give a shit about your goddamn money. It's just crazy how different frequency shifts like that. Well, yeah. I watched a video, speaking of frequency shifts, I watched the Y-Files. They're pretty good, but that fucking hecklefish is annoying as shit, dude. It's funny from time to time, but it's just over. It's just too much. It's overkill with him. Other people might like him. I'm just like, he's got some good moments, but it's just too much. I'm guessing they probably need to like stretch the goddamn phone. I mean, they're normally like 40 minutes. I've got like fucking 25 minutes of content. Oh, I know. I'll have the fish put in and just stretch that out. Like, especially like, you need like a good 5 extra minutes. Because he'll do that like was it in the official joint, jump in. So, like I said, I didn't think about using it as a way to stretch time. But what happens? Well, I'm sorry about it. People may be requesting more fish. More fish. The stories are interesting enough without this fucking fish talking there. Why is the fish talking? Are we tripping balls? What's going on? What the fuck? Just... What? I like real, ridiculousness, but again, if it's ridiculous all the time, it stops being ridiculous. It's just normal, you know? I think that's what was wrong with a lot of absurdism and absurdism comedy, and actually just pretty much anything that's new, is because everybody, like, M. Night Shyamalan, he's out, he's new, everybody's like, oh, it's fucking great, and then, but how do you deliver that twist ending every time? But everybody's like, oh, and they kind of figure you out how your mind works, and it becomes really impossible to, unless you don't play into that, in which case everybody's like, oh, Jimi Hendrix, go and see Jimi Hendrix, and he doesn't set the guitar on fire, he doesn't play behind his back, he just plays a straight show. Still kills it, but he's not doing all the, playing with his teeth and shit. It was a good show, guys. Good shit, it's fucking great, it's fucking Jimi, yeah. So you want a cheap imitation of what he did in Monterey Pop? Fuck you, man. Oh no, I just want to do something different, but the same, like, what, set the drum set on fire? What do you want to do? The music is psychedelic as fuck. Does he have to do, the tricks every goddamn time? I don't care. I don't care if you can do that or not. I'm worried about how well you can play, motherfucker. But, so yeah, same thing. How do you, it gets to be your signature. unless you can do it very well, and it's not like you're like a one-trick pony. You can tell regular stories, you can tell funny stories, you can tell scary stories, you can tell twist stories, you can tell, you know what I mean? If you can do a lot of shit, then yeah, because they don't never know how to pin you down, you know? Okay, here comes a twist. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't. It's kind of a twist. I mean, it's fucking heavy. Like, I definitely wasn't expecting that, you know, that kind of shit. The twist is there was no twist type thing. It's still really fucking good. Oh, wait, he didn't do a twist at all in this. No. It's just a good story? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, this comedy's gonna... No, it's not. It's just a comedy. Didn't twist anything. Oh, you bitch. Like, I can't... Yeah, you don't know me. Twist the twist until you twist the twist all twisted up until the whole thing is just one big twisted fucking story. There's a lot of shit that, like, I just say I've been thinking about stuff, like different types of movies that are out there, and there's, like, rather cliche things. I know I'm sick of the mad genius. You know? He's always got a very in-depth plan, and there's a reason for it, and there's a reason to start doing the plan, you know what I mean? So you kind of say, oh... And the bad guy. Why not just have the bad guy, since most fucking people are like psychopathic and like, you're like, why'd you do it? Because the dog was telling me to do it. Why isn't there some fucking... Because at the end of the movie, you want to have like some kind of, oh, you know? This insanity of it, it's just like, no, I don't feel anything for this guy. Yeah, no, you don't, do you? And or you might feel sorry for them because like their brain is obviously fucked, but it's not like Thanos is a, you know, a madman with actual plan. They don't have a fucking plan. They don't have a fucking plan. They're devolving because they're realizing they're not amongst the regular humans anymore. There's certain levels you can cross, and you're just not amongst the regular humans anymore. You've made some moral choices or decisions on your own that go against everything that society tells you is normal. It doesn't have to be like crazy taboo things, but it's just like you're like, no. No, it's a societal norm. You did it, and I say no. No, you got to have some. It's a societal norm. I don't want any, nor will I be pressured. Suddenly, everybody hates you because, again, you can't be pressured into stuff. You makes them feel bad for how they gave in. They also had that no, and they just went, "Oh, all of you doing that? Yeah." Do it, do it, do it. Yeah, you're on a bus now. Do it. Why are you guys chanting? Do it. No. You're a weirdo? Sure. Doesn't bother you? No. Why doesn't it bother you? Everybody else gets bothered by being called a weirdo. Sounds like you're a bunch of bitches. To me. No, I'm not bleeding. Fine. Any other names you want to call me? They probably fit. I mean, just go ahead, start lobbing them. Just go ahead. And then when you're done, I'll just walk off in the sunset. Trust me, I'm trying to get out of this fucking place as quickly as possible. As quickly as fucking possible. I hate this fucking planet. I just felt like a fucking weird. I was not a weirdo, but outside of this thing for my entire life. Like, I never understood the behaviors of parents and people. And then, like, again, simple things. Santa Claus. How can you expect your kid, you tell them to tell the truth all the time, and expect them to tell the truth, and you start the world by lying to them about an Easter bunny, a tooth fairy, fucking Santa Claus, and all this other shit. You can be whatever you want to be, and then you slowly but surely break all those fucking promises and all those truths, and you expect them to still look at you with admiration and tell you the truth, the God's honest truth at all times, even the ones you don't want to hear. The most important ones. But they learn quickly that you're full of shit. You're disappointing. That you're a liar. That you cannot be trusted. So when that happens then, you go back over everything you've said about God, about love, about everything. You lied about this, you lied about this, you lied about this. But you lied for years. Whose lap have I been sitting on, you fucking sick fucks? That's gross. You just take me to some stranger and said, what? Who's cute for you, but again, is it worth doing irreparable damage to your child? Just you and your child's relationship, even if it's subconscious. Maybe that's what causes the fucking kids to start fucking pulling away from their parents. That and the fact that they have questions that you don't got answers to or you don't want to answer. Their friends become more important, and, it's just like, you're lame as fuck. And it's true, you're lame as fuck. It's like your parents were fucking lame, and their parents are fucking lame, and their parents are fucking lame. You listen to shitty music, they listen to shitty music, your parents listen to shitty music, they listen to shitty music, they on and on down this thing. And yet we want things to stay the same. Admitting that it's all problematic and flawed. If we could just go back to the robber baron days, if we could just go back to the white days, if we could just go back to the medieval, if we could just not be us, that's basically what we're saying. If we could just not be human beings and do the things we do. Okay, times were better another time. Okay, then great. We can't time travel. So what about those times were great, and don't just say, the music and everything. You remember the fucking mall? Teenage life, so just was about it, man. That's where you stayed. That's how I stayed. Or was hoping to get there. Couldn't buy shit ever, but that's where the people were, and it wasn't school, You start unspooling this whole fucking thing, you realize that this is the way they want it to be. And that's a very fucked up situation to get into when you realize your government is doing exactly what they want to you. More than likely, the previous administrations between the Democrats and Republicans and whatever kept going back and forth. George Bush, blah, blah, blah. And so they had to fucking, like I said, they did pass a thing where in certain situations the president can do illegal shit. So they just skip the fucking thing of pardoning the past administration for all their war crimes so that people can't dig up shit later on. More than likely, people are going to go back through things and like find, okay, Obama did this, you know, and not only the president, but their entire fucking people just pardoned for anything they did. There's a pardon gift for being it for 4 years to 8 years. Anything you did. What if you murdered somebody? You can get caught now. You're pardoned for it. Seriously. So they go back later and they say, oh shit. And pardon. It's okay. We're okay. History books can all say the same. No reason for a 4th edition. No reason for rewrites. Again, if you can control the breeding habits, you control the future. This whole cloning people, you guys ready to give up on that thing, that whole idea that you guys don't know how clones work? Body double, someone in the, you know, whatever, but you can't, like Joe Biden wouldn't have been cloned that old. Yeah. Is there another clone of him running around out there to like upload his brain into the fucking cloud and then download into another brain of another younger? I have no fucking clue where they're at with that shit. I know they're working on trying to be able to see your like your thoughts, like have it translate through through AI, so they can see it, see your dreams and shit like that. That's crazy because, I mean, I can't even see all my thoughts. Not like when I see a truck, when I think I'm, you know, I'm going to get in the car, blah, blah, blah. I like actually see myself get in the car and start it up and, you know, no, I just like kind of like a list of things I'm going to do. And then, so you're going to be fucking, you know, I need to wash the dishes later and you guys got to fucking picture me, what, you know, what the fuck, you know, even I don't look at myself like that. What the fuck? And then again, there's the whole thing like, why? Why would they look at you? I get that they would want to in case of like an emergency or some kind of shit like that, but as far as just like you sitting around in your goddamn undies eating Cheetos and playing Call of Duty, people didn't like to connect. I don't want that fucking thing spying on you. Because you have such a great, awesome Adonis body. And no, have you ever seen yourselves? Most people are like out here, no. They don't want to spy on you, not that way. But then have someone that goes down your house. It's just another thing they can do. They can just like, oh, scan the thing. They got an Xbox. They got to connect. Yes, I want to see what's going on in that room. You're not even thinking about it. You know what I mean? Okay, they're in the back room, but I mean the Connect is on. Like we can see what's going on there. They have a smart TV in the back. Yeah. Does it have the? Take a look. Yes, it does. Would you know if your smart TV has a camera built in somewhere? They're getting tiny now. With pin cameras and shit. Now, is that to spy on you every single day of every minute of every... No. But again, is it recording everything all the time? I have no fucking clue. But I know that if your loved one was murdered or harmed in any kind of way, I know you'd want to spare no expense getting that. Retribution, revenge, finding out where they went. You'd spare no expense, and you'd probably break rules and law. Don't care. I want to see this fucking connect. You know, I mean, I want to get into his fucking. I want to see his emails and see what he fucking did for that. I'm pretty sure he's the last person with my sister. I want to know what the fuck. You know what I mean? That's against the rules. Then fucking break the goddamn rules. That's all it takes. And you're just as bad as them. Your government all of a sudden means nothing. Nothing. You can't have a government leading people that's as corrupt as the people. And you are not going to get that many good people to run your government. By the sheer nature of the job, it only attracts people that want power. Until it gets so fucked up that someone goes, okay, you guys need someone that's going to be worth a shit in there. And they still want to do it. They want to do it and don't want to do it, you know what I mean? They believe they can do it and not being trapped by the power, trappings. If it's to be believed, Governor Whitmer seemed like a good person from the commercials and still seemed like a good person. During COVID, may have granted her husband a permit to take his boat out on the water when no one else was, other people were really told they couldn't. Who's going to know your mind? You know what I mean? Did the husband, come on, you can get, how'd it go? Either way, that person, somebody bent somewhere. And then I'm sure she didn't write the permit herself, so someone else bent somewhere else. That's a crooked system, bent in those many places. Think of how many they do, like just one governor bent the tree that much. How much is the police bending things? So you got an entirely twisted system. How many cops just bug you? Look, I just need to make this quota so they're not on my ass, and you are kind of speeding in it, you know what I mean? So I don't give a shit, Well, then you'll settle up with the court, and they'll if you didn't really do it, because if you honestly believe in the system, if you didn't really do it, then they'll set you free, but I'll get my quota also. They didn't straighten that out. I'm sure you've speeded it sometime. And officer, I'm sure you've sped it sometime also. Not in your uniform with the lights on. But it's always different when we do it, Oh, that's different. Oh man, I had an emergency. That's different. That's different. How you had to be there. It's just a whole different set of circumstances than what this is. This is different. It always is. It's always different. I don't know, man. I don't get it. Bugs me. It bugs me that it doesn't bug other people. It bugs me that Trump is still... I can get in trouble if I can say, without any repercussions, I can't wait until my dad is dead and in the ground and buried. Not saying I say that. I'm just saying, if I can say that without repercussions, I can say, since all lives end at death, I cannot fucking wait for Donald Trump to be goddamn dead and in the ground. So we can all go take a nice, good, steaming shit. Or piss, whatever you gotta do. Spit. Anyone that sits and cries gets lopped their head off and put in the hole with him. So I turn around looking back at Sodom and Gomorrah burning. Why would you? Why do you care? Jeffrey Epstein didn't fucking care. He seems gross, even worse in person. This is his best friend. Does Donald Trump have any other friends? No. No. Melania, she's batting his hand. He's getting sworn in. She's like, and turns his back. He's not used to being all that much on camera, you know. Oh, yeah, yeah. Fucking idiot. Barron, so help me, when he was sitting there with the, and I could be wrong, but when he's getting sworn in on the second time, and they're inside the fucking the rotunda or whatever, and all those billionaires are there, and there's old Barron looming over the crowd, looking scared and worried and weirded out, like he's going to be so much worse now. It wasn't a joy happy. When he got sworn in the first time, that was not joy happy. He was crying hard. He was watching Dom. Why is Barron crying? Why is Barron looking around like that? Well, his dad is getting with his hand off the fucking... I thought you fucking... Christians would have lost your goddamn minds. I don't think even close to not putting your hand on the Bible at all. For you guys to be swearing on a Buddhist doctrine, the Quran. Why is him taking his hand off of the thing and not even having it up there? Why is that forgivable? White? Super Christian? That's different. Didn't you guys go on and on about Obama swearing in on Quran, some shit like that? You guys were just so sure about all this shit. Donald Trump's the Antichrist. Him signing that beam from 9/11, that was the abomination of desolation. Not Donald Trump thinking he's actually God. And you guys kind of making a good case for him to want to believe it. No matter what he does, you guys just back him up. No matter what he says, you excuse it. You have to, because you know the other option is you're fucked. We really fucked this up. I mean, we fucked up bad. Unless he succeeds. And turns it around and America gets great again. I mean, we want it to be great for us, but not for them. But he's like, he's not making it great for me either. No. Because he understood that you understood that he was trying to make the billionaires happy and throwing you in a fucking ditch. Mexican? No, you too, nigger. Under a certain amount of money. Nigger. Loser. Sucker. Nothing. You're fired. You're fired. I've worked here for 20 fucking years. And should have made me mad. Should have brought me that other scoop of ice cream like I wanted. He did it, not me. I know we have a 4-star General Black here, but we got a 3-star General White. Why waste it good? You know? He's easily disqualified because of, DEI. And 3 is equal to a Black 4. I'm getting really, really pissed off. I should probably just take a break and go have some coffee or something. Just chill out. God damn it, I haven't had a good scream day here at the house. And even though the shit's just going, but the more fucked up it gets, the more I'm like, okay, I guess I'm right. I guess, I mean, I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm not right, but what I was told was right, you know. It's just a matter of time then, in which case, and looking forward to it being over and being done and doing whatever comes after this. New heaven, new earth. Sounds fucking great. Sounds fucking great. The thing is, like, even what it says in there, a new heaven, a new earth, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. And all that said, people are still shooting for heaven. Why? The meek shall inherit the earth. Is that not good enough for you? The earth. Is this existence not good enough? Living forever like this, is that not good enough? You have to be flying, you have to have whatever, you have to do whatever. No, you're not going to make it then. Like dreaming that shit or having like a good 4 or 5 day dream is not good enough. You know, you figure out what the fuck you want to do with your life, and I don't know. Then again, if you just looked at, I mean, if things were to change overnight, it'd just be the way it is. Same thing like when people have this generic stoner, deep conversations. What if we all had a fucking hand? Then we'd all have a hand out of the fucking thing. We'd all shake in the front of it. It's not really all that complicated. Again, without nuancing it to be like, you mean we just wake up tomorrow and you're the only one? We wake up tomorrow and everybody's got a, and we all know that we didn't. What are we saying here? We got to get a little bit more nuanced. That's why I'm like, you'd think I was like no fun, but it actually furthers because like you start whittling down. And like, yeah, because I mean, if you just do it, it's kind of like, you know, throwing out a wish out there and like, you know, hang on. You wish everyone was ticklish, you know what I mean? Ticklish, you know what I mean? Define. You got to fucking define. We're going to end with a fucked up wish. You see what I'm saying? If you can finalize it and finite it, then it's a good chance of it happening. Because you can think of it and it's more than just like, that'd be cool. That would be cool. What if we did, you know, don't take it so fast because that's too loose. What else would you do? Right, but what exactly? Something like this, you know, then, yeah. And then, yeah, that's more finite. No, cool. Oh, look, here it comes, you know? That'd be funny if all prayers go up and like, God, can you, is anyone gonna fucking finite and make this shit nuanced? So I can't, but I can't do that. Can't do that. She's got to die. I'm sorry. You know? He's got. I'm sorry. Lost a foot and an arm and he's got to die. You know? He's gonna. Maybe if they'd gotten in there sooner. 3 hours later, no. Besides, I mean, we've been trained basically that this is all there is, this life that we're living. So squeeze as much as you can into now. You know? Get all your experiences in because you only live once. Oh, that's not true. Like, at all. Like Sean Battle only lived once. But the soul driving it, it's been here. What if? I'm not saying it has been. I'm saying what if? Tabula rasa, I go away and come back and born into another fucking body and have to deal with that conundrum of life, of how, I mean, that's all life is. It's just trying to solve puzzles and problems. Just like stories, you know? Without a story, without a conflict, there's no story. So, again, maybe your soul goes away, but all the things you think and stuff are enough to be fucking just, can't even remember it. Been gone so long, 50, 20, 30 years, whatever. Can you remember your address from 30 years ago? Like, absolutely. You know what I mean? Or like, I'm 40, I can remember my childhood address, but I cannot remember the fucking phone number. I've said it one time. I think it's a 415 number, if I remember correctly. And I was like, let me just try and spit it. And it was a 415. I said, oh, that was it. I tried to remember what it was. I couldn't. But I remember I had a device for remembering the way I cadenced it when I was walking. The 4165 Freeville, my phone number. And so I started just doing that kind of like way, and just, oh yeah. I don't know what it was. But yeah, things in the past and it started becoming more and more blurry. And, 100 years, 200 years, seems like a long time for us. But civilization's been here at least 2025 that we know of. And then the BC shift and shit, That's just fucking weird right there, too. So we're further along in history than we're saying because we reset the time to 0. Yeah. Why? Jesus. Did he say to do that? No. Why'd you do it? Fulfill prophecy? What do you mean? You just said I have to go, so I have to be set for naught? Nothing? Not ringing any bells? But, yeah. Maybe I understand things on a better level, maybe I don't. I don't know. I feel like I understand things on a better level than most people do. Because I don't just take like my perspective, I try and look at everybody's perspective. That's why I like my plan for going forward, is because it's not just my plan, it'd be like a whole thing, taking everyone in consideration. Including the things you can't take into consideration. You have to plan for that. Things you couldn't foresee. And that's one thing I can say that about the forefathers. They didn't have enough foresight to see someone not wanting to play along. So their great plan was great, minus the, and what if they don't want to? Honor of a man will step down, and what if it won't? Who would be that dishonorable? Who would be that disgusting of a pig? And everyone says, get the fuck out, and they go, no, we got it sealed up. It's fine. All right, guys. Oh, wait, how many of you guys own slaves again? The document's about free. Okay, yeah, just making sure. You guys never learned the word hypocrisy? No. When you can declare things, Right, I'm gonna go head out and get some coffee and try and just chill a bit. And my head's getting kind of too many thoughts in there, I think. So I get stoned. But I went to go to the store. Well, I went to go to the doctor's appointment at 12:30. That'd probably take a very short amount of time. I can probably catch 1:30. I don't want to do that. Well, yeah, fuck the deal. I'm going to 20% off. It's great, but this is a good month. Oh, and I got another 42. Yeah, I'm going, fuck that. I don't worry about the 20%. It's great because I mean it's a 10% sales tax, so they basically eat that and 10% of the bill. It's pretty fucking dope. But yeah, the morning one, they'll double stack because I guess there's no big manager there, so they'll double stack that shit. Oh yeah, it's a happy hour plus. This is like 2 for 30. Yeah. Yes. Yes, it is. At 4 o'clock, there's a manager there, and it's like, no, because see, these are 2 for 30, so these are already, and like the manager, like, yeah, you can't stack this. And they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. You can't stack. Yeah, that makes sense. You can't stack. I've been here, and you guys are stacked all the time. Like, no, we haven't. No, we haven't. Never done that. That'd be against the rules, sir. It's like me, and just like, oh God, I don't want to go. And there's a guy that works there from time to time. When I go in there, it's just like, oh God, am I bothering you or something, man? This is your job. Could you try to care at least a little bit? I need you to care for like the next like 5 minutes, and then you can go back to fucking off all day long. But I'm shopping right now, and I need some, like, what's that? And I'm going to be doing a lot of that. I don't need your fucking attitude. I'm spending like $200-300. So I need you to. You want a tip? Yeah. Then drop the shit, dude. Okay? When I ask you how much something is, don't go, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah. Doop. Yeah, I don't know. So it's not in there. So here you go. Did you want to find the price? Yes, I did want you to find out the price on this. Sorry, man. Maybe you need another job, something besides this. You work in like a place where there's all this pot. You'd think you'd be a lot more like, fuck yeah, man. I would be like, fuck yeah, man. Right on. What are you looking for? Some hat? Nice. You're more of an indica sativa, you know? Yeah. You name it, I've tried it in here. Again, if someone's like, how's that? But he's kind of like, that's good. In comparison to these, yeah, that's good. Really got to work on your salesmanship, sir. $1. And I'm going to tip like a least of like 2, and then I get my next order and through, and then the next order and the other 2. But this one is just round them all up into 1. Give me my fucking shit. It's supposed to be a bud tender. It's like a bartender who deals with bud. If I came in here trying to talk my sorrows, you should be like, I've got exactly the bud for you, not like, can I help you? Yeah, man, I'm really kind of like, I really want some. Yeah, what about it? What should I do about this? I'm really looking for some bud. You don't know what you want? I used to smoke a lot. Yeah. Just, fuck, man. Anyways, I'm going to go have some coffee. It's been an hour and 24 minutes and 24 seconds according to that. It's a good time. Might see you soon. Don't know. Once I get some coffee, I might feel a little better. I know I want to talk about heaven and some other stuff that's not so depressing, but I just watched a thing about Jesus Christ. It's not even, I don't even want to talk about it because it's so fucked up. But people that don't believe the American government would do some things, you don't know the American government. I would not be at all surprised if Trump did not win, but they're letting him play because the maggots would never, ever, 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 ever let it die. Would they? It's like they have to actually live it to see that their ideas are fucking stupid, ill-conceived. Nothing works the way they think it does. And they're not smart, and they didn't do their own research. But if you just said that, they'd be like, and they, go hissing. You have to give them everything they fucking want, and so they can see exactly how shitty it's going, exactly how stupid their ideas are, and then go, okay. That's what happens with you guys in control. I'd like to see us in control, and they're like, yes, please, just take the controls. I'm like, we're still America? Yeah, I don't want any of it. No, you're right. No, I don't want any rights. I don't want any freedoms. You guys don't grant me a single vote. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't have to worry about you guys coming after me, would I? Because all your protections are protections for you guys. Well, for me, against you, the government. Where you can't say anything and then someone come crack your head over it. Like you can say, I hate the president, and no one come arrest you. I'm going to do that anyways. I don't need a president to be there to say I hate Donald Trump. He doesn't have to be president for me to say I hate him. So wait, so if I hate him all my life and then he becomes president, and I say I hate him, you guys can't do anything to me about it. Yeah. Isn't that great? Well, then what's with the deportations and shit that he's doing right now? The indictments and all that shit. All of it's illegal. And he's doing all of it, and there's nothing being done to him. Matter of fact, the calls for impeachment haven't even started. Why? Do they not have enough stuff already? Or are they setting you up? My money's on they're setting you up. It might have worked if they went a little bit faster. We were dragging on this long. Give people a chance to, reflect and see. They're not doing it. The people never do. They never reflect. They never see what's happening. Donald Trump's calls to fucking send food stamps to just Republican states. That's enough. It's enough. The Republican states should be going, that's not how it works. But you guys aren't doing that, are you? The voters for Trump, Republicans are like, well, I didn't vote for this. You're not saying that's not how it fucking works, man. And you'd lose your shit if Obama was trying to pull this. Hell, they're not even saying we don't like him. You can't get anybody to put their face to it like, yes, I voted. Yes, I regret it. It's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking done in my life. I don't even know why I did it. I was sick of the fucking status quo, and I was hoping to change. No, I don't pay attention to the news. Otherwise I would have seen this and probably not voted for him in the first place. The crippling part for people that are of the people, by the people, education. And they've already put a big stumbling block between the poor and education, an even bigger block between the poor and the best education, while giving out free tickets to the best education for their kids. They're white kids. Well, Colin, it's not fair that you give some DEI because then my kid can't buy their spot. can't pad their resume by saying that, you know, they were on the lacrosse team and the boat team when all they did was really actually just sign up for them. And they were on the team, but they didn't actually compete. But it looks good in the future. These are people that are like padding their stats before they even went, you know. Go to a magnet school where you start out with a 4.0. So you can get a 5.0. You already start with a 1.0. You know, pad your score so it looks good for when you go to college. It's not true. You did not get a 5.0. You didn't get a 4.5. You didn't get 4.2. You got a 3.2. This is America. And you're American. So that's just as good as anybody else who actually knows the information. Now go out there and be all you can be. We wouldn't want to make you have to earn it. It's your birthright as an American. Now I'm really getting pissed. I gotta go. I'm about to break some shit.